So I've done the tapering of the bottom of the blade and the bottom side of that blade. You saw me struggling with this one, and because it wasn't stable enough. And what I've since done is attached the workbench to the lollipop here, and it's really stable now. It's really nice. I like that. When I did the other side, I really messed up and followed my lines, and I wasn't running video, so you don't get to see me be upset, but that's okay. I'll show you on the stills what I did. So in the video I referred to the previous week where I had made a mistake, and I wasn't running video then, so I just took some stills, and I'll go through them right now. This is the side of the blade where I was doing the taper, and I was standing on the other side, and you can see just how much of the wood was taken away accidentally. That the red arrow is pointing at the pencil line, and you can see down on the right hand side that I should have a half inch, I guess, a quarter inch above and below the line, and I've really cut into that. It's way more apparent in the end shot. You can see just how much the plane was falling away from me as I was planing. And at first I thought this might be a disaster because it looks like I've just taken in too much wood, but I got lucky on this. If you draw in the actual shape of the paddle on the left hand side, that's all going to be cut away because this is a 3-inch paddle, not a 3.5-inch paddle. And so you can see how little of it is damaged. But the other nice thing is this is the part of the blade where you're going to be tapering it. And so I think this is actually going to be fine and have nothing at all wrong. If anything, maybe a tiniest of divots. That's the hope. It's not horrible. I will be able to correct for it, but today I'm going to be very careful about staying in the lines. And I'm not going to run a whole lot of video today because it's pretty boring, but I'll show you just how well it's working. First thing I did, oh yeah, the reason I may go better is I lowered the depth on this a lot. So it's taking a lot more time to do it, but it's also hardly ever jamming. And sometimes I'm coming in at an angle like this. So the blade catches this and smooths cuts as opposed to just trying to start in the middle of nowhere. You gotta be careful though to not roll off the edge. See, way less drama than last time, so I'm gonna shut the video off and get to working on this, and we'll see how far I make it today. So I wanted to show you some of the progress and one of the differences about this side versus the other side. You can see here how I'm already shaving down. You know, the 2x4 is getting thinner. So I started shaving here, planing here, then this, then this, then this. Now let's move over to this side. And we can see here's where the loom will start. But notice a 1/4 inch is coming off of here because the paddle will not be a full 1.5 inches thick. It's 1.25 inches thick to accommodate my wife's smaller hands. And so all these lines I put up here are all going to go away. So when I'm coming out shaving like this, I'm actually going to continue shaving all the way down here, and then of course then shave that side. I wanted to show some of the advantages of using the longer number 7 plane. I'm now planing up to this part, not just down at the end, and I'm able to take really nice long strokes. Just look at that. That's just a thing of beauty. So you can see that. Well, I'll start at this end because we got about a 1/4 inch to go, and the 1/4 inch mostly stays all the way up. So I've taken this surface and cut more from this end down. So now it's sloping downward. You can really see the slope when you compare the finished top to the finished bottom. I'm being very careful, constantly looking over on this side. And again, this side, it's shallower than this side. And so I'm being careful. I'm trying to plane more on here. I don't know why I'm planing more there, if I'm leaning that way, but I'm just being aware of it. So I'm getting close to finishing this top side, and I need to be super careful now, because on the side from you, from here down, well, frankly it's done. I don't want to cross the line. And on this side, since I've been so careful, this actually has some spacing to take off. But up here, it's at the line, and over here I still got a 16th. So I pulled out the number 3. Is that bailey number 3? Yeah, bailey number 3. And I'll be using that. It lets me take smaller strokes, because I want to cut from here to about here on this side, and on this side here to about there. So. It's kind of surprising. It's a lot smaller than the number 7, so it weighs a lot less. It's way easier to work with. I'm kind of liking that. It's hot down here. So I've got both sides being real close, probably to within a 16th or even less of the line. The surface isn't as smooth as I'd like it to be. Not that it matters, I'm going to be cutting much of this away, but just the perfectionist in me wants to smooth this out. So I've got the number 7 out again. I'll try and take some long strokes and get from here down smooth. From here to here for the loom, I still need to remove a 1/4 inch back here. Here it's tapered, it's tapered from about here down to there. I'll work on that when I work on the other side, and then I'll probably just get rid of this stuff in the middle at the end. Okay, that's done. I did notice something cool over here though, because this part of the paddle is still not tapered on the top, so it's essentially parallel to the floor. This part slopes down. So when this is here, it's the base of the plane is parallel to the wood, like it should be. Over here, it's parallel to the wood, but I'm exaggerating. There's a bend, so when you here, it rocks because I've not planed up here yet, so it goes here and then down. It's kind of cool. I'm beat. I think that's probably it for today.